Wealth Planning Partners. I'm Brian Ramsey, and this week we're continuing our series around questions you should be asking your financial advisor, or questions that you might ask if you're interviewing a new advisor. Now, I will tell you, this week's question is really geared towards if you're interviewing a new advisor, or if maybe this is the first time you're going to work with an advisor and you're not sure what questions to ask. This may be one you might want to jot down and ask the advisor. So this week's question is, do you have a process for bringing on a new client? And what you're going to want to make sure is that they can clearly articulate what that process is, and they have a defined process. Because I will tell you, just ad hoc bringing a client on, you're going to miss some things. But if you have a defined process, you will make sure that you cover all your steps and all your bases and make sure everything gets implemented properly if you have a defined process. So our process is actually on our website. Just go check that out. It's a 4-step process, but just kind of quickly. First meeting we have with the client is really just kind of a get to know each other. It is sort of that first impressions meeting where we get to ask lots of questions of the client, or the prospective client, and the prospective client gets to ask us a lot of questions just to get to know each other. In those questions, we're sort of building the client profile and understanding what their expectations are. And then meeting 2, what we call our findings report, is simply an opportunity for us to lay out for the prospective client, how often we would meet per year, what the process of, what our relationship or the process we would use to help them achieve whatever expectations they have. And then 3rd would be our fees. So at the end of that meeting, would the prospective client then choose to become an actual client? The 3rd meeting that we have is really an implementation meeting, meaning we're going to open accounts and start the transition of moving accounts over. We're going to also look at the beginning of your wealth plan and make sure you can get logged on to the planning site, all that good stuff. And then the 4th step in our process is just our regular review meeting. It's the beginning of our regular review meeting. So we have a very specific process we walk all of our clients through. Does it change slightly? Absolutely, depending on the client situation, how they came to us. Maybe they came through a referral from another client and they've heard about what we do, and so that could eliminate maybe one of the meetings, or some information we might cover. But for the most part, we really do stick to our 4-step process, and the reason we do is because we don't want to miss anything. We don't want to bring a client on and a year later go, oh hey, we forgot to help you achieve this goal, or we forgot to address this particular financial situation. We just don't want to do that. So we really do try to stick to our process. We know it works. We've been doing it a long time. We've had a lot of great response out of it, and so we just kind of stick to that. But anyway, when you ask the question, you're going to want to make sure that your advisor can clearly articulate what their process is to bring you on as a client, and you want to make sure you're comfortable with it. So that's it for this week's. Pretty short and sweet, but just make sure you ask that question. It's important that, again, that advisor can articulate that information back to you. If you've got any other questions for us, please give us a call. You can visit our website for more information on our 4-step process, and we'll see you next week, and we're going to address another question around questions you should be asking your advisor, or questions that you might ask if you're interviewing a new advisor. Take care and have a good week. Hi, thank you so much for watching our blog series. We really appreciate it. If you like the content that we're producing, just make sure you give us a big old thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to our channel, make sure you get the weekly blog. Just hit the subscribe button below. And if you like the content, make sure you share it. We would greatly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.